Well, I am reminded of the let them fight meme when we talk about two of the most vile, reprehensible people on the internet. That is, of course, my opinion. I think a lot of people share that opinion. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you agree. Hasan Piker and Destiny have long been trading barbs, but last night things went kind of nuclear with Destiny making a wild claim about Hasan Piker. That is, if true, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. I mean, I just don't know how this guy gets any further sponsorship from the mainstream media. This is an additional bit of context. Many people already know that Hasan Piker visited a brothel while in Germany and apparently, allegedly, paid to hook up with somebody. Now, obviously, these women are most often trafficked, but Hasan Piker doesn't care. Hasan Piker said, I'm cool with that. I want to get my D wet. Well, there was a little bit of a different spin on it last night. According to Destiny, who has now doubled down and said that Hasan Piker is free to sue him over this, that girl was 15 years old, which at the time, I believe Hasan Piker was in his early to mid 20s. So let's say he was 25, she was 15, and he paid to hook up with her. That is the claim. And we're going to dive into that right now. This is bonkers. By the way, thanks everyone for stocking up for Thanksgiving. Only one coffee ad today, I promise. If you're looking to bring something with you this Thanksgiving or to have something in your house for your guests, might I suggest Coffee Brand Coffee, my coffee company's K-Cups, if you have a K-Cup machine. Specifically, our cherry cordial and tangerine are 50% off right now. But also, if you don't want flavored stuff, just our regular old premium dark roast or our medium roast or our blueberry cobbler. If you are looking for something that isn't in a K-Cup, I highly recommend our blackberry cream. Once it's gone, it's gone. So this will probably be like the last week you can get it. But I'll leave links down to both in the description below. So Destiny tweeted, if Hasan is going to reach this hard and say that I kickstarted Nick Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10 times over. Also, Hasan hooked up with a 15-year-old when he was visiting a brothel in Berlin. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much now. Now, that is a very, very bold statement. The legality of it is murky at best. I'm not even sure that this would be technically illegal because the age in Germany is 14, which is actually feels kind of young. But now, if you're a United States citizen and you're traveling abroad with the expressed, this is how I understand the law, with the expressed kind of like plan to hook up with somebody who's, young, that is a crime. But if you are in another country and you hook up with somebody and they are, below the minimum age in your country, but you don't know, or you don't have that express, purpose of going there, I don't know if that is truly illegal. What it is, though, is that it's absolutely disgusting. He has also doubled down on this and said that Hasan is free to sue him. He said, it's common knowledge behind the scenes. If Hasan wants to contest it, he can sue me, but he won't because truth is an absolute defense against defamation. Either Stephen Bonnell, who has his own too young controversy going now, either he is in self-destruct mode or this is true. And this leaves Hasan Piker, the less darling. I guess 14 is probably kind of old for a Muslim normally, so good for him for waiting. But this gives him only two options. He must sue Destiny. Well, I guess there's three options. One is there was always an option to do nothing. He could do nothing and say, hey, I'm not going to give him, he's making it up. I'm not going to pay him any mind. He hates me, blah, 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 which is probably what he'll do. Two, he could sue him. If this picks up steam and it starts costing him contracts and sponsorships and things like that, he could sue him. I can tell you this much, though. By not suing him, there are a lot of people who will say he did it. If you accuse me of sleeping with like a 14 or 15-year-old, you're going to get sued, because that obviously, first of all, isn't true. But second of all, like, you can't just let people defame you in this wild, wild way. Now, Asmongold has reacted to it, and here's what he had to say.
So Destiny goes out and says this is all alleged. I don't need another fucking lawsuit, okay? This is the main thing is this, right? So if Hasan is going to reach this hard to say that I kickstarted Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10x over. Well, I mean, I would say, like, I don't know. Destiny absolutely did help. He did help Hasan a lot whenever Hasan was first coming up, right? This is undeniable. And then he said also Hasan fucked a 15-year-old when he was visiting that brothel in Berlin. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much now. I genuinely mean this. I think Hasan should sue him if this isn't true.
Well, I agree. I agree. He has to sue him. If this isn't true, you have to sue him. Now, the issue with defamation, as we will talk about in Kash Patel's lull suit, is that you have to prove damages. I'm not sure, the left, I'm not sure if they're going to care that he's allegedly hooking up with, kids, teenagers. And people on the left are like, well, the minimum age in Germany is 14. Okay, cool. Let's say it's not illegal. Y'all want to sponsor someone who is 25 hooking up with a 14-year-old? Does your brand want to sponsor that? Does Amazon want to sponsor that? I think most of the free world thinks that's disgusting.
I think Hasan should sue him. Like, this is a crazy accusation. Crazy accusation to make at somebody. Yeah, wild. That's a crazy claim. Yeah, that's nuts. You can't just throw that on people without proof, man. Yeah, sure. And it's quite the allegation. It's common knowledge behind the scenes. If Hasan wants to contest it, he can sue me, but he won't, because truth is an absolute defense against defamation. I don't know. Like, I almost feel bad even giving this any attention at all, because I feel like maybe it's probably like I would never, ever assume this of somebody, right? I never would. I'll be curious to see what his response is going to be, if he even does respond. I mean, it's just...
He probably won't respond. Just let me be clear. He's not going to respond. There's just simply no way he even tries to give this any light. Now, the question is, how popular is this video going to be? Is it going to gain any steam out there? The accusation is coming from Destiny, who is literally dealing with his own legal case of, being with somebody who's too young. So I don't really know, how much weight is it going to hold coming from him. I have a feeling if it was anybody else accusing him, he might be forced to, but this is wild.
You got to admit, though, right? This is a crazy thing to accuse somebody of. That's a crazy thing. And, wow.
Well, I mean, that's what makes me think that, like, it's probably true. That's what makes me think that this is true.
I've seen this so many times. Oh my god. And please Hasan, please live stream the trial so I can watch it. Please let me watch it. Oh my god.
I mean, I would, again, here's Tectone. Hasan, a streamer who actively uses allegations he knows are false, as well as exaggerating the truth and accusing people of things they never did. Now he has hooking up with a kid allegations, and Destiny says it's not defamation because it's truth. I mean, I'm going to guess that this is going to be hard to prove. But this, again, this is because this is what started it all. What started it all was Hasan talking about Destiny.
Don't know him and think he's cool, brother. For many years, I refused to utter the mention of Nick Fuentes for that reason, because he had a, albeit limited, platform. As a matter of fact, I'll give you guys one inside baseball moment. Limited. There were numerous times when Ethan Klein wanted to actually make fun of him for going on a date with a cat boy and shit like that. Back when we had the Leftovers podcast, I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? No, we're not covering him. It doesn't matter. Even to ridicule him, we're not covering him at all. We're not giving him any fucking breathing room. We're not giving him any platform whatsoever. And I actually vetoed that shit over and over again. But unfortunately, some of my other fucking ideological opponents who claim to be liberals may or may not have sucked his penis and also simultaneously openly delivered them a fat platform and also additional media connections. And even
so here's Destiny basically saying, oh, well, other people, he's like, anybody who platformed him must have also slept with him. I don't know who he's talking about there, but that's an interesting claim to make.
Promoted Nick Fuentes and even talked about how Nick Fuentes owed them so much for their new career. Yes, I'm talking about Sex Pestiny.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, we were debating. There's no reason to debate people.
Oh, okay, so he said Destiny blew him, apparently. I mean, I believe that too. I think all these people are degenerate. I know they are. Like, there's just... I've seen the way they operate, so to hear this doesn't really surprise me.
People like that have very limited platforms at the time. And then he was resilient enough to work his way through the ranks and claw back after tremendous amounts of deplatforming, claw his way back into relevance, found himself in Kanye West's orbit at a time when Kanye West was also going through a manic episode and screaming Heil Hitler all over the place, had dinner with Donald Trump.
Okay.
And kept pushing and pushing and pushing, sending his little groypers, the ones that at least can go outside, to Turning Point USA events, infiltrating every facet of the Republican Party, and basically creating a media environment where, like, any Republican under the age of 35 is basically aligned almost entirely with his politics.
Okay.
And it's, lo and behold, you got a real fucking crisis on the right now, and he's getting a shit ton of high-profile media coverage. I wouldn't doubt
that, yeah.
So it's too late.
Do I think... Well, there's really only two options for, why Destiny might say this. He's actually torpedoing his own career, or he has some evidence of it. Both very, very bad. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I would say let them fight. I don't care. Let them fight. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.